Hi there, it's Chelle. Oh, guys, Clint is at work today, so it is Monday. However, you'll see this on Tuesday. And we are going to continue with ephemera for the 3 journals that I'm going to be working on in the background. So I'm not going to do a start to finish. I think I've had plenty of those up lately. So we're just going to kind of play and see what we can do. And hope the cats don't mess up my screen. I wanted to try this punch. I think I got it at the Dollar Tree long time ago. So I wanted to try. I thought if I could make it work, if not, we will, you know, trim down our paper. I want to make like 6 little tiny envelopes for these journals. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Real tiny. I think though it might work, but I think it's kind of hard to deal with. So I'm gonna cut those. Let's just cut paper down. Just an example. I thought, well, if I get an example, and then we can kind of, you know, go from there. There's all different ways to make envelopes, itty bitty ones. Let me grab my cutter. But kind of, I don't know if I saw this on a page on Pinterest or if I just kind of thought about it. Sorry, cats are in the background doing all kinds of stuff. So there is another way that you can make envelopes. So let me show you. And is it something I want to do? That's what I'm kind of at right now. So like this one, say we would cut it, and I think, yeah, if we do it like this, that would, you know, if you get and then you could just make an envelope like that. That might be the way to go. So, but, or do I want it to be, you know, like, you know, the 4 pages. So what I'm thinking is, like I said, about 6 of these. I have cardstock right here. Let's try to make a template out of here. I'm going to do, let's do 2-inch square and just see what we want to do here. I really hope they don't destroy. I need to, oh, I have a sprayer. I'll be right back. I went and sprayed the screen. With this one, I found this little one, and it actually works better than the big one, so I took water out from there. Okay, so I'm just kind of, where is, got it, here it is. Kind of deciding what I want to do. I want them all to look alike, because yeah, this is going to be on a page in my journal. So I did print off the red rose fabric, not fabric, digitals. Do I want it like that? Does it have to be like that? So, I mean, what I'd have to do is kind of cut out where it overlaps to make it lay, you know, fairly nice. And then we could trim this if we get a good idea, good template. So that could go like that, that like that, and then it's not horrible, is it? Might even want it bigger though. And then I like to make sure they kind of this corner rounder has a small rounder, so I can pop it in there and do the edges. That's so cute. Okay, so this is my example here. So I'm going to trim this down. And I'll kind of show you what I'm doing. I saw one, and like I said, I think I saw it on Pinterest, and they had like all these envelopes. So it's not really a paper clip, but it is kind of like a mass making build your stash, because I might make so many that they will just be going in my stash. And two, just because I'm making them, that doesn't mean they're actually going to end up in my journal. You know how that goes. Okay. This is the Red Rose digital. And this is the one that was done on regular paper. Let me show you. So what I'm thinking is kind of like have 3, 1, 2, 3. And then like 3 here. So it's just like nothing but little envelopes. I think I want it just a little bit bigger. So let's try 3 inches. I think we're kind of on the thing. And then I thought we could use some of these papers that are in the kit for the Red Rose. Just kind of see. My printer was still messing up. I did get it fixed, but you know how it does the puts the lines through it. I don't know if you can tell, there are lines in here. This is that really good paper, the Red River paper. And so what I did is I just printed on the back, because I don't think you're going to really see it. So I have an idea for these though. I'm gonna see what size, but wouldn't that be cute with the envelopes made out of some of the paper that goes with the actual so let's do 3-inch square. Oh, that's not going to be big enough for more than. But I thought it would be really cute to do envelopes out of the design paper. I think I just messed up this hole, because none of those are going to match. Well, that's okay. I have scraps for later. Let me get one that's fully, and let me show you what I did. So these are the digitals, ones I created. It's called Red Rose, located on my, in my Etsy. Trying to see which one I would want to cut up, you know. I kind of like the idea of maybe this one, because there's so many roses. That might be kind of cute. Let's just work on, and then I kind of have 2 sides, so I think that would work. So let's just trim this up. Good thing about digitals too is you can always go in and, oh, that's not gonna work. You can always go in and reprint them. And I tell you though, that Red River paper, I get the 32-pound matte. I do have a link below. And it is so pretty. So brilliant. The colors are just amazing. Printer's working really nicely. So, like I said, for a $10 fix, not bad. Okay. Okay, so let's just do 3-inch squares. And like I said, I want at least, what, 6, I think. Yeah, you definitely need a full sheet of paper for this. Of course, save your scraps. I think that'd be really pretty though, with kind of identical little envelopes throughout, you know. Okay. So, let's see. Let's use this one as a scratch, since I did not do it. So I'm going to kind of line it up so it's kind of straight here. So I have lines underneath. And I know we don't want it to go all the way up. So kind of about right there. Like I said, if I can get a really good one that design, then it'll be easier, I think, to knock out the other ones. And you could certainly turn these into paper clips. Wouldn't that be cute? I have to do that. Just kind of making sure it looks somewhat normal. And then this little guy. So you can kind of play along. I know they have, what's it called? Those one things. Let me think. That you can cut out your paper clips. Looks like it's in pretty good shape there. And then we would open it. And just trim out where we folded it. I know this is a lot of extra. If you have tiny paper clips, that would be the way to go, wouldn't it? Then you could just put little tiny, kind of decorate them or whatever. And this one, there's just a little snip there. So that's our little template. Actually, looks pretty good. It doesn't have to be perfect because these are handmade, and you know, I'm using my little, like I said, this has 3 different sizes on it. I do have this linked below, and Lisette actually sent it to me, and I love it. Definitely, I think, my most favorite corner rounder. Okay, and if you wanted like some more red there. Okay, so my idea is to match these up, right? Match them on the back because we can actually see what we're doing. And then and I'm going to put sample on here. 3-inch squared. Okay. Just want to make sure this is going to work before we spend tons of time. Wish I had itty bitty scissors. I do, I think, inside, but not out here. Okay, so just a little tiny. In a perfect world, these would all be the same little cutouts, but I didn't do it perfectly because that's just not how I am. And then a little square here. And it kind of is nice, though, too, that they're not perfect, because then you can say, okay, here's a big one. Here's a big one, so you know that's where your fold's going to be. Okay. So let's see if that makes it easy or not. Yeah. You just kind of fold on that edge. And then this one, you kind of have your little edge too on this one. Fold on that edge. And then this one. Not too bad. So it doesn't really matter, I don't think, about the size. Look at those. Aren't those adorable? I love that. Okay, we're going to work with that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the top and the bottom because you're not going to see the little ones. Ah, so cute, guys. And look at that. Isn't that pretty? But you're only going to see the front. And I'm just going to put a little bit of art glitter glue down. Might have to make just, oh, that don't look too close there. I think it'll be okay. And then I want to double check that I can get free. See, this is what I'm thinking. So if I have that one there, and this one here, yeah, and then we're going to have one here and one here. Perfect. Okay, I'm excited now. Let's do all of these. Looking for just a little bit of a thinner pen, but I think I have one. It wasn't too bad to make your own, is it? And you're just going to line it up with your see, I kind of wish this was thinner. Of course I moved it. Okay. So, I mean, I don't think these are going to take all that long. It'd be nice if we can get all, what is it, 18 done by the end of the video. Because I do have ideas at least for Edith Holden. So I might work on that one next for the Edith Holden ones. Because we're going to use Edith Holden papers for that. I think that'll be really cute. Not sure about the pink rose. I haven't really picked out my digitals or whatever I'm using for the pink rose. That one is going to be a Tina project, but I don't know if I'm going to, you know, make a full project for Tina, or if I am going to, actually I might just go ahead and cut down the other paper, or just kind of do like I did last time for her, and it was a smaller project, but it was really fun. I just want to make sure I do get it really well. And because I turned them upside down, the marks are not going to be on the envelope itself. Unless I decide to like change it upside down or something. Dies. That's what I was thinking. You might have a die that would make envelopes. And dies are you know, the little metal things that you could. This one, I do not have it cut out. Okay, let's go ahead and cut our other paper. That way we're kind of doing it in, what am I thinking? You guys know what I'm talking about. We're kind of doing it in assembly line. Okay. So I do have these And I was thinking about just like cutting one that had tons of beautiful papers. Mine is going to be more fall, but maybe like this one. That one might be pretty. Cat comes of Aspen. I don't know that I've ever seen that. We have Aspen here. Almost like that one too. Let's just cut this one up. Dead leaves. That is fall if I've ever heard of fall. Man, I think these would be fun. Again, 3x3. Edith Holden. You can get books all over the internet. I do sell a little bit in my store of different sizes. So if any are looking for different sizes, one. But look at those leaves. So pretty. 2. Oh, perfect. 3. See, I didn't cut this down because I thought, well, if I put it in a book and if I had like a little bit of it here, I could add on another piece of paper. So you never know. I mean, just kind of use all of it if you can. 1. 2 and 3. Okay. But yeah, I'm not sure what to do with the pink one, so we're just going to work on these two for now. I do have a kit or some paper in my stash. I think I'm going to turn all these upside down. And I know I want to draw, put my drawing on this. And this one, I was thinking maybe if we brought this up a little. That would give us more. Make sure that's not going to. I don't mind having it real tiny like that, but too, I want to make sure that I'm going to be able to, cut it off or whatever. So yeah, I think that's going to be better actually. I know, I didn't think about that earlier. There we go. Yeah, that's better. There we go. That way they're kind of even. I know I said that probably isn't, but really I guess you don't have to worry about it. Okay. But I was just thinking, where that flap was, and it almost didn't go through. I almost didn't have enough room to do it. Edith Holden paper is kind of cardstock fabric or material, so it's definitely a thicker fabric or material. Paper. Oh, you guys. So, Sis came over yesterday and she brought a friend. We have an old kind of barn. I think if you guys have been with me a while, you've probably seen it. And it's really cold, but it's kind of like an old barn wood. And her friend was looking for some barn wood. And so she asked if she could come and let her friend get some barn wood. So we said, oh, heck yeah. Because we've really been wanting to get rid of it, since we moved here. And so she came yesterday. And, Sis just had surgery on her knee. So she can't do a lot. And, of course, she also had a stroke, which she's almost 100% recovered from. Thank you for your prayers. But anyway, her friend came. So Clint and I went out, and we thought, well, we'll help her out. Oh, and I tell you, yeah, I found some cool stuff. Anyways, so she also gave me, her friend, 3 pounds of buttons because she was helping a lady do a yard sale, and the lady didn't have much money, so she paid her in vintage buttons. And she has Crystal, which is my sister. She said, "Sis, or Crystal, what am I going to do with these?" And she said, "Oh, I bet my sister would want them." And so I think her name's Laura. Hi, Laura, if you're watching, and if I said your name right. But she said, sold, you know, when Sis said that. And so anyway, they brought that out to me. And she was talking. We're just going to trim now. And she is now I think she's a subscriber. I know she's on Facebook. In the Facebook group. We do have a Facebook group, the Rambling Crafters on Facebook. And she said she's got some great ideas from me, so that was sweet. Anyways, she said, "Do you mind, you know, do you mind if I take whatever?" Or we're like, "You can have anything." And I said, "Except for wallpaper," because back in the day, these this little barn used to be a house. It used to be missionary living. So it used to be a building for missionaries. And back in the 70s, we actually talked to a lady, and her husband and her 2 little kids lived in this building. I mean, it is like, yeah, bare bones. So, but she was talking about how she lived in it, and so I had remembered seeing some wallpaper, and so sure enough, we found some wallpaper out there. Very, very, so fragile. But I am going to, I think, I am going to try to make a digital kit out of the wallpaper. So we're going to see how that works, because like I said, it is so fragile. And I tried to smooth it, this one piece, it was kind of bowed, and I tried to smooth it and it just cracked. So I'm thinking, well, if I take pictures of it, maybe I can make some digital. But we did find 3 or 4 different kinds of wallpaper out there. So fun. I thought, well, if I can get enough to kind of put it together, I might kind of be able to recreate, you know, the rest of it, like the additional part of it, and make like full pages of wallpaper from this really old, or digitals, from this really old wallpaper. But yeah, so anyways, I climbed up in there and I was so sore last night, so I ended up taking a muscle relaxer, because I don't know if it was just, and it's not far up, it's about 3 steps. However, there are no steps, so kind of have to climb up in there. So I climbed up in there and helped the lady find my wallpaper, and then Clint cut down some stuff so she could, you know, gather it up easier and quicker. So that was, I mean, it was fun. But yeah, I really felt it afterwards. And then I've been stressed about Gracieland. However, thank you guys so much for all of your writing me on my messenger and stuff, and asking how she's doing. She's my little kitty. She's like, yeah, my little love bug, and she is doing so much better. I think she had bacterial ear infection or a viral, I'm not sure which, but she, these are still the small ones, so she is, I mean, she's not scratching as much. She's eating. All of her things that are supposed to be working are working. We've been, you know, keeping an eye on that. I actually have a camera on the litter box so I can check. But yeah, she's doing really well, and it means so much that you guys took a little bit of time out and asked how she was doing, but she's doing really good. And didn't have any trouble finding her this morning, so like we have in the past few mornings. But Two, I think Wilbur, because he's not neutered yet, I think he's kind of bugging her because I think he's in the mood, and she's like, get away from me. But anytime I take her into the living room and I try to hold her in my lap, she jumps down and runs as fast as she can to someplace up high, and I think it's because he has been picking on her. So I have to call and make an appointment for his neuter. He didn't get neutered when we took him in last because he had congestion and stuff. But Clint only had like 2 jobs, so he's like, I'll just go and do these 2 jobs. And that's what he did. I tell you, these little ones are hard to trim. I'm glad I kind of fixed that so that they're a little bit more even. But yeah, I took Clint. Oh, it hurt. Oh, and guys, it's so chilly this morning. Not sure what it was, but yesterday morning was 54. And I was telling Clint, it is sweat weather. Well, he's like, I am not putting on sweats. Well, he's not home today, so I put me on some sweats because I was freezing, and it's 64. I'm not turning on the heater, though he did turn on the bathroom heater because he's like, it's cold. Just a little heater, you know, nothing that doesn't heat up the whole house or anything. Okay, and I have another little trick. This is kind of like a little stylus, and you can use anything that's kind of short like this. And I was thinking if I had like a straight edge. I'm just going to try this cardstock. It might make it easier to line up your where you want to fold it, and then kind of do your little straight edge, and that will put a line right there. It might be easier to fold. I don't know, I just thought it might work. And I think can't even tell that I'm doing it. Probably would work better. I might try to use my book. Let's just see how it works. There we go. So it did put a little fold in there. Lines it up pretty nicely, huh? That one maybe not so much. There we go. Pull out the book and try that. It'll kind of give us a little bit of give. But see, that barely has an overlap on either one of those, so we'll make it work though. Let's try this and see if that helps us any. Line it up here and here, just at the bottom of those. Yeah, I can feel that much better. It's almost like a score tool. And you can use anything that's not going to puncture your paper. Use like a butter knife. Much better. Okay, hold on. Something. Okay, it's right there. Something didn't line up right. There we go. Perfect. Somewhat perfect. I thought this would really be necessary with the cardstock ones. See how off I am, but that's okay. It works, doesn't it? Just do them all. Like I said, I do like the assembly line. Should have went back over them, but that's okay. Oops. Sorry, quit talking there, didn't I? Change the side. That one kind of bent on me. So last night Clint went. We smelled a skunk, so he went and looked to see if the skunk was out there. And he comes running back to the bedroom. Honey, come here, come here. So of course I jump out of bed and he's like, be quiet, be quiet. I'm thinking, what I was thinking is, oh no, there's like a skunk family living under our house and he wants to show it to me. I was thinking, oh, they're probably all drinking from the water dish for the cats. Anyways, thankfully it was not, but it was a deer at our back door. But by the time I got there, the deer was gone, though I did get to see him because he was just behind the house. So, but it was kind of like, I told Clint, I was expecting to see like a mama skunk and 5 babies around the, you know, drinking or something. Thankfully, it was not that. So yeah, that was fun to see. Sorry, I can't see. It's so gray there. Quite humorous to see that last night. You never know. We've had bears here in the middle of the day, actually on the running down the road to the post office. She was, this has been years ago, so the lady that was there, she taken down the flag at the post office. And a bear just like wandered right beside her, like 2 or 3 foot beside her. It was pretty close. She said, "Why didn't you call me?" I'm thinking, what good would it have done? You were outside. Before cell phones and all that. So it was quite entertaining. And we've had several of those phone calls about bears. And then once Clint was trying to catch a skunk, so we were baiting out front and looked out, and there was a window, or out the window, and there was a raccoon eating the cat food. It was a really large really large raccoon. Ignore the sounds. Brought my phone out today. In case Clint called. It's still early. I mean, it's 9:30. Oh man. Okay. That one is way off. But I can make it work. This one. If I had like a smaller, like a small ruler, that would work really well with this, but I don't. And it's kind of warping my paper. Last one, guys. I think for closures, I mean, you could put like Velcro or something. I do have an idea about what I want to put. So we'll see what we end up with. And I might do them totally different too, you know. Okay, ooh, nice. Oh, I like that. And then once we trim it, I want a medium on this one. Let's try it. That would work. It was kind of long, and I thought, well, if I put a medium on there, it would cut it just enough. Perfect. Let's just do them all real quick. I'm just doing like the long side, because we're not going to see together. Quick ways to make envelope. Sorry, I got a hairball. Man, that's close. Close. But I think it'll be... The good thing about this one is it doesn't really matter which part you use for the top, which part you use for the bottom. So I think that will work fine. Yeah, so I just want to make sure and that I have a good, you know, seal with the glue. Like this one, it feels a little warped, so just kind of straighten it out with my thing. No. Sorry, we're still over there trying to get in. But Mama, you're outside. We want to love on you. I mean, it doesn't take that long, does it? That one's really crooked, isn't it? Oh, I think it was because my thing was getting kind of warped. My straight edge. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, you definitely want to make sure that your straight edge doesn't warp, so you're not, because I think I was kind of doing like almost a curved line. This one, I just did it with a larger, and so it cut it down enough to make it lay better. You could just hand trim it if you wanted. Not too bad, and we got that many in that short of time. So let's put these together. And then, of course, I'm not going to put them on a page or anything. I just wanted to kind of mess around with them. Kind of get them ready, you know. Ready to go. And then I'm going to put like little journaling cards in there so that you can use them for journaling for whoever, whether I end up keeping them or using them or whatever. Because sometimes I make all this ephemera and then I don't use it as much, you know, as much as I expected to. I do want like as much as this. This one's a little long, so again I'm going to just do it with the large. Cut it down just a touch and call it good. Definitely math making, aren't we? Oh, that's perfect. I do love the thickness of an Edith Holden paper. I really like that one for the top. I'm going to trim that. It's kind of curved. There we go. Just keep working at them until you're happy with how they're doing. That one's actually kind of long too. I don't mind if they're not all identical. Quite okay with that. Let me see. Let me check the... Okay, let's do this one too. Kind of folds on itself and it's not as nice looking. Now these, I have to do them slightly different just because I don't have necessarily all of the I don't have as much room on like the top as I do on the bottom, that kind of thing. What would be really cute on these is like a button closure. Not necessarily, you know, using the button, but as decoration. Wouldn't that be cute? Especially on the Edith Holden one. See, like this one, it's not going to fit, so the bottom does. They're not perfect, I mean, but they're good enough. I think that one's going to be just fine. And then I'll kind of show you my idea. So it was to have one, we'll space them out evenly when we put them on the book. So it'll be like 3 here and 3 here. those adorable? I love those. You know what, too? You could put that Velcro on them. Do we want to do that? I have an idea about the Velcro, which I keep here in my nifty little setup. So, I think I want 2 of them. I'm just going to match them up here. Just the 2. I don't know if that's what you should do, but you know, they're so sticky that I didn't want to match everything up. I think if I like halved them, they would work. So like this one, just cut it in half. And half here. Okay. I don't know if that's going to work or not. That one looks like I cut it further apart. Okay, so I got these from Leslie. She sent them to me in Happy Mail. Wish I would have moved that one down, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. I think next time I'll put it on the top part instead of the bottom, because once it's down, it's pretty much down. But you know what? Let's try to move it. Let's see if I can move this without ripping up my paper. I did rip it, but I think it'll be fine. Which will be okay in here. Since I did that, I'm going to have to put some glue. That's too far too, isn't it? No, it's not bad. Okay, let's try this one. I don't know which is supposed to be top, which is bottom. So, putting the one that's not as fuzzy on the bottom. So, I'm going to come down about 1/2 inch. Just a little bit further than that one. That one I may have to, like, just make another one. I have the stuff, so it's not that big of a deal. There we go, like that. I think that will be cute. And then I could still put like a little button there. But I'll save that for tomorrow's video because my last video was so long. I don't want all of them to be that long. If you guys know what I mean. So let's try to put it right here. I know some people, they like the hour-long ones, but then when it's a little bit longer, or a lot longer, not as fond of it. There we go. Kind of get an idea of where I want to put it. And that will keep them closed. Really matter. I just want it to look pretty on the page, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and do all that off camera. I think I'm going to go ahead and make a new one since I did rip that. But maybe I could turn this into a paper clip or something. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this one, and then we'll just use it, but not in the book. So again, they would just be like here, here, you know, I'll probably space them kind of evenly. And I might even like glue them down as pockets, so then you could have little tabs or little tags in the back. So like these could go down further, and then that kind of centered. This one here, and we could put little tags behind there. So I thought that would be just a really cute idea. So you could do certainly any size. You could put like 3 rows of 3, so you could put 9 on there, whatever you wanted to do. So we are going to wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure and hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and we will see you guys in the next video. See you soon. Bye.